Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you doing today? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is $3 Theater, and Comic-Con is coming up in a couple weeks. It is not only going to be the 50th anniversary of Comic-Con, it's also going to be the year we find out what Marvel has in store for Phase 4. I mean, I'm not kidding you. Kevin Feige has not even confirmed that Black Widow is filming right now in, like, Europe, because he doesn't want to give anything away before the Phase 4 reveal next month at Comic-Con. It's that big of a deal. But you figure with the finale of the Skywalker saga coming out this December, the Rise of Skywalker coming out, or the Dawn of Skywalker, as it's going to be known in Japan, so make of that particular name what you will, you figure there would be a gigantic showing, that the J.J. Abrams would do something huge. Him and Kathy Kennedy would want to come out and do something to effectively show people that things are a-okay when it comes to Star Wars. Well, according to Bespin Bulletin here on Instagram, they said the Rise of Skywalker will not be at SDCC. On the SD Concast podcast, writer at IO9 and Gizmodo, Jermaine Lucier, revealed that unfortunately Abrams and crew will not be attending San Diego Comic-Con in July. According to Lucier, J.J. Abrams really wanted to return, but he wanted it to be bigger and better than 2015's The Force Awakens panel, but they couldn't figure out how to top it, so now they're saving everything for D23, and that takes place right before freaking Labor Day. So that's interesting. Now, this of course is not confirmed at all, and last I checked, Jermaine Lucier, while being invited over Christian Harloff to go to Galaxy's Edge, clearly is not a Disney employee or a Lucasfilm employee. We haven't seen the updated schedule yet. We don't know what's happening. We know the big one is going to be the Marvel panel, which is going to be the final panel of the day on Saturday of Comic-Con. And so what exactly is going to happen? What exactly could J.J. Abrams do that would top 2015? If you don't know what happened in 2015, I was there. That was a hell of a thing. I'm not even kidding you. The night before, I have to set the story. So Friday night, Comic-Con 2015, Hall H ends and everyone goes and gets in line. Now, my friends were disabled and had disabled badges, and I was helping them out as their caregiver. So I had a caregiver badge. So we're all in the disabled line waiting to get our wristbands to go into Saturday for Hall H, the full big panel, everything going on that day. That was the day. Well, Comic-Con is really, really, really terrible when it comes to giving out wristbands, especially when it comes to the disabled line, which the ADA line, by the way, doesn't have any of protection that you would assume. No covered tents, no chairs. It's literally concrete. The rest of the line has grass to sit on. Disabled line, nothing like that. So it's something to consider. Anyway, things got bad when they started giving out wristbands early on for the Saturday at Hall H, and they kind of overlooked the disabled line, and the ADA line all of a sudden turned into this frenetic relative war zone, right? That's the best way I can describe it. A bunch of people were going out there and they were complaining, why aren't we getting our wristbands? Don't you care about the disabled? I mean, they're using every trick under the sun in order to get this wristband for Star Wars for the next day. I am not even kidding you. Going as far, and this is absolutely true, to contact Fox News and have a Fox News reporter come down to Comic-Con, to come down to the little area right outside of Hall H and report on the fact that they were not giving wristbands to people in the ADA line. That actually happened. There was a nice girl from Utah who stood next to me that when the reporter got there, looked at me and said, "Oh, thank God Fox News is here. They'll fix everything." To which case I looked at her and simply said, I highly doubt that a conservative outlet is going to turn a whole bunch of conservative viewers into bleeding heart liberals so people in an ADA line can get wristbands into a Star Wars panel at a geek convention. And at this point, I'm with my friends. They're there. I am thoroughly embarrassed. I mean, I am thoroughly embarrassed to the point of just going, oh my God, why am I here? This is terrible. I'm just going to go. And I did a little bit later once it all got sorted out and they said, look, come back in the morning and we'll get everybody in. So by the time I left downtown San Diego that night, it was already 1:30 in the morning, right? I didn't even have wristbands yet. It was 1:30 in the morning. I had to go about 20 miles east back to my parents' house, pass out, get back up, drive back down in the morning with food for everybody, and then wait to get in. And the whole day we got in finally, but it was a crazy experience. We got in. spend the whole day in Hall H, finally get to the Star Wars panel. And this is the thing I don't get. When they say they want to make it as big as 2015, the panel was basic. It was. It didn't even show off a trailer or anything. It showed off some behind the scenes footage of some of the robotics and the animatronics that they used. I think BB-8 came out on stage. But of course, you had the cast there, Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, and Harrison Ford all on stage. And that was pretty damn cool. I mean, this was a year and a half before Carrie Fisher passed away. So getting to see her in person was pretty amazing. Chris Hardwick hosted the event, and it was pretty dope. I sat there with my little GoPro. I had a little GoPro 3. I recorded the whole thing. In which case later on, by the way, the Nerdist copyright claimed that entire video, which they don't own, but they are like trying to argue that they did. But none of that even matters. They didn't show us anything. But it's what they did after the fact. This is the big thing. This is why JJ probably will not be able to top that. And I don't know how he would. So at the end of the panel, JJ says, what we want to do is we want to treat all of you here to a little bit of John Williams' new music, as well as some classical music coming out of Star Wars. So if you will follow us across the parking lot to the San Diego Symphony, or whatever the hell it was, we're going to put on a Star Wars concert. And they did. They took 6,000 people, roughly 6,500 people, over to this music hall, this outdoor music hall, and they put on a 45-minute Star Wars music show, this concert. The San Diego Symphony played. It was fantastic. And at the end of it, there was flat out a fireworks show. Right? They gave us all like those $45 lightsabers from Disney World and whatnot. I got mine actually sitting right over there. I still have it 4 years later. I'm never getting rid of it. And that was an awesome experience. I had so much fun at this thing, considering what we went to get there. So yeah, there's no real topping that. There's no real topping that at all. It simply is undoable given the situation. So I can understand that. But saving it for D23, that's at Anaheim. What does that mean? Well, what does that tell you? Well, that means that Anaheim Convention Center is where D23 is going to take place. What just opened up? Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So what's going to happen? They're clearly going to head across the way, because it's literally across the street. They're going to head across the street, and they're going to probably shut down Galaxy's Edge that day and do a big D23 Galaxy's Edge only sort of thing and have a big event there. That's my prediction. And you know what? I'm not going to lie. That makes a fair amount of more sense. Unfortunately, I will not be able to attend D23 this year. I just will not be able to. It's unfortunately, but that is kind of where it's at. So no Star Wars at SDCC kind of sucks. But I got the memory of being there back in 2015, where this image is from. This image is from that. I was in that room, as I usually am when it comes to Hall H. So hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully this is wrong, and hopefully they will in fact do something for Star Wars at Hall H. It feels fitting that it's the final film in the Skywalker saga, as well as the 50th anniversary of Comic-Con. Star Wars has always had a great presence at Comic-Con, and it would be pretty cool if they did something. But I'm inclined to believe this report just sucks. I was hoping to see a bit more of it, but, well, you win some, you lose some, and that's what happens when you play the game of cons. Anyway, what are your thoughts on this one? This is more of me just telling you what happened in 2015 than anything else. I appreciate if you guys made it this far. Type SDCC in the chat if you did. Have yourself a great day, guys. Thumbs up the video if you want. Talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day, and peace out.